first meeting between the Ducks and Flyers this season came with plenty of storylines, but to be honest, they all disappointed. At least both fan bases are used to that. It was the first time Karlsson and Michkov faced off, Jamie Drysdale's first game back in Anaheim, and of course, the highlight, Brian Hayward's 2000th broadcast. Congrats, Hazy. Oh, and let's not forget a smaller storyline that had Philly fans driving across the country, Cutter Gauthier's first game against the Flyers. By now, most of you probably know the drama behind that, but to recap briefly, Cutter was drafted 5th overall by the Flyers in 2022, but in 2023, he said he did not want to play for them due to multiple reoccurring issues, so they traded him to the Ducks for Drysdale. Who knows what really happened behind the scenes? I can't wait for the full tea, hopefully in the future. I will be sat. I saw plenty of Flyers fans sporting Eric Lindros jerseys at Ponda Center, so that's ironic. They booed Cutter every time he touched the puck in the first period, but I guess they got bored as the game went on. Obviously, this was just a teaser for what's to come on January 11th in Philly. I'll be there, so here's hoping this one's a bit more exciting than this one, but probably not, considering both these teams suck. Someone called this the battle of mid versus mid, and that about covers it, even wearing the same orange. Analytically, Cutter was the Ducks' second best forward, but from the eye test, it was disappointing. At least he was somewhat noticeable at times, and didn't get benched against a bad team like another player. Cutter had 2 shots, was a +1, and played 13 minutes and 19 seconds of ice time. It was a mostly even game, though the Ducks had a slight edge, particularly in the first period. Even after going down 1-0 early in the second, they still seemed like the slightly better team, until the third, where things kinda started to fall apart. Dostal wasn't his best, and truthfully, he hasn't been his best consistently for a while. Both goals are likely ones he wants back. The first goal came when Brink carried the puck down the right wing and sold a convincing head fake, which committed Dostal to a diving attempt to stop a wraparound as Brink went behind the net. However, Brink dished the puck to Cates in front, who beat Killorn to the slot and buried an easy one. I'm probably more frustrated with Killorn on that one, but honestly, when am I not mad at Killorn? Timmy did tie the game up. Gudas made a great stretch pass to Terry, who drove the slot, shot through Sanheim's legs, and found the back of the net. McTavish probably helped with some traffic in front too. Gauthier was a +1 on the night because of this play. The second goal Dostal let in was an unlucky one. Frost beat Zellweger, and from behind the goal line, attempted a pass that perfectly deflected off Dostal's stick into the top corner. The Flyers' third goal was just pathetic. The Ducks got a late power play opportunity and had plenty of offensive zone time, but as the penalty expired, Farabee jumped out of the box, stripped Zellweger at the point, and sealed the game with an empty netter. Terry decided to pass to Zellweger even though he had a man coming out the box, he literally could see him coming, and no one on the bench besides Dostal said anything. Terry might have scored a goal in this game, but in my eyes, he didn't have a good game overall. Very sloppy. Ducks lose 3-1. If you want to be even more mad, go watch Cronin's post-game presser. Things are not going to get better anytime soon based on it. Just forcing goals isn't going to do anything. Your system has to create them. Both teams went for an 0-4 on the power play. The Ducks were 0-4, and the Flyers were 0-5. At least the Ducks' penalty kill looked like they were on the power play half the time, generating some of their best chances of the game. However, the Ducks' power play, while slightly improved over some other games, still didn't look great. Their best chance came from a Strome shot that slipped through the crease behind the goalie, but Vetrano couldn't get a piece of it. One goal just isn't going to cut it for the Ducks. Yes, they outshot their opponent again, but the majority of those shots were low-danger attempts from the perimeter, often directed right into the goalie's breadbasket. The broadcast mentioned that the Flyers had the league's worst save percentage and the highest expected goals against, and only managing 1 goal against them is pathetic. The Flyers goalie Arison looked terrible. He gave up so many rebounds and just looked shaky, but as often is the case, the Ducks have a knack for making struggling goalies look like stars. The Ducks have a chance for redemption as they're back home again today against the Oilers, so that should be fun. You mean I get to visit my happy place 2 days in a row? I just can't wait. It will be interesting to see who gets the start today. As you remember, Gibson nearly got his eye poked out in Vegas. While he missed practice, it was reportedly due to illness rather than injury. Kling was recalled and served as the backup in this game, which caused some chaos for the goals. Butayets earned his first start and loss, and they even signed their former goalie, now goalie coach, to a PTO to serve as a backup. I would imagine Dostal would play in a back-to-back situation before they put Kling in against Oilers. That would be a pretty tough NHL debut. We'll find out soon. Thank you to our members. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and go Ducks!